I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a test problem on periodic function. I'd like you to pause the video, copy the question, answer, and then look into my suggestion. The question here is, which of the following situations would produce periodic graphs? Identify the independent and dependent variables and provide assumptions or conditions to justify your answer. So we have three different situations here. The first one is a ball is dropped from the height of 1 meter, which regularly bounces back by 90% of its height after every second. Second is money invested in a savings account whose return was 3% per year. And the third condition is a child doing jumping jacks. Now, out of these, which ones do you think represent periodic functions and why? Well, let's look into them one by one. The first one is a ball is dropped from the height of 1 meter, which regularly bounces back 90% of its height. That means a ball is dropped, let's say, and then bounces back and goes kind of 90% of its height. So it kind of goes like this, right? Now, is that periodic? It is bouncing back at regular intervals, but that simply does not make it periodic. Since the y values are not repeated. For a periodic function, y values should be repeated at regular intervals. Now y values are decreasing by 90%, so they are not being repeated, and therefore it is not periodic. It is kind of important to justify your statement, okay? Second, money invested in a savings account whose return was 3% per year. Now this is a constant growth, right? So since it is growing all the time, we are not getting the same value again and again, right? So that regular interval is along the independent, is not giving us back the original value. So the original value is not repeating. So it's kind of seems kind of a function which is increasing all the time, right? So it is not periodic. The third one is a child doing jumping jacks. Now this could be periodic. For example, if we assume that always the child attains the same height, let us say, right? So if the child attains the same height, in that case it could be periodic. So there is a condition to this, and the condition, that's why we have put this condition or assumptions, that if same height is attained. All the time, in that case it becomes a periodic function, right? So for this periodic function, the independent variable will be time and the dependent variable will be height, correct? Height with respect to time. Just get the idea. So for this particular periodic function, time is the independent variable. So at regular intervals of time, if the jump results into the maximum height being same, then it could be a periodic function. So that is the one. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.